Hello there. Today I'd like to show you how to use the embeddings block, which is part of our free toolmaker. It's like a mini AI powered search engine. So there's a few different ways you can use it. Basically allows you to add more information and data to your tool than you could fit within a single prompt, and then you can kind of search through that information and pull out the bits that are relevant to the user. There's a few other ways you can use it as well, but I'll give you some examples here. Let's say we wanted a tool that wrote tweets in the style of Elon Musk or someone famous. So we'll say, we'd ask this is the user question: what would you like? Oops, I can't reach my keyboard very well. Your tweet to be about? I'll just say speed. Save the answer. That's just a test answer, and then we go on to our actual embeddings block. This is our free tool maker. On skillfusion.ai embedding block. So we're going to take the output from answer 1, so whatever the user puts in, which in this case is speed. That's what we're going to search against, and these are all our different answers. We can put them in manually or we can upload them in a spreadsheet. So let's say we've put a couple of tweets in there, one that's kind of speed related: you're first or you are last in tech. And then one that's not very speed related. And so we've got both of them. So what will happen when we test it is it will kind of search through them and it will pull out the one that's most relevant to speed. So if you were making an actual tool that did this, you might have a few hundred, but I think a few hundred would be enough, and you may pull out, for example, the top 10 that are relevant to what the user's looking for, and what it'll do is pull out those 10 results for you in a little array, and then we go on to the next block, which would be like a prompt, and we'd say, here are some example tweets by Elon Musk. We'd insert our tweets. I would say make a new tweet in a similar style about, which is going to remind it what the tweet is supposed to be about speed. And then there's a little message for the user: here is your tweet. We could ask it to make like 2 or 3 or 10 or whatever. Usually the more you ask for, the kind of lower quality each one is. So 3 or 4 maybe. Now we've got something back. So, and then if you wanted to make this tool better, you give it more instructions, specifically how long the tweet should be and how similar it should be. If you wanted to be really strict, you'd say you rewrite the original. We may even just want to tell the user what the most similar tweets are, but that's a very quick example of how you would use an embeddings block. So this is what it looks like to the user. So they wouldn't actually see the embedding. So you can put in, whatever you might want to put in. It might be information from a book you've written or something you wouldn't want to share necessarily with the user. They can't see it openly here. And then it'll just analyze it, and then it'll write their tweet. Even though there was no tweets in there about freedom, it's just kind of going to do its best guess. So that's an example how you'd use it. Now there's also a second way you can use it, is that you can have like a 2-dimensional, you have like a search key and then the actual answer as well. So there's that way you can do the search and, I should just show you. Let's say you're a personal trainer doing a fitness plan, so you might do one that says lose weight, but you don't want to, so that's what the person's goal is, lose weight, but the answer itself, lose weight, is carrots, lettuce is the healthy food list, tomatoes, and then someone else might want to gain weight, and the answer would be pasta, cheese, and so on and so on. Obviously, if you only end up with 2 or 3, you might as well just put them in a prompt, but this is more specific, and then you might have like a multiple choice answer for the user instead, and then you'd search for the ones that match their goal, and then that would return that. So if I just say, I'll just leave it as text for now. What is your nutrition goal. Now say lose weight. We shall save the answer, and then when we do our embeddings block, comes up with the weight loss food, and then obviously you'd include that then in the next prompt. But obviously this can be quite large, so you could put in a lot of content from, say, a book, or instead of just tweets, it could be like business advice from someone, or consulting advice, or therapy, or whatever you want it to be. Quite a large embedding here that you then use in the next prompt. So that's two ways you can use it, and then you can also do return a random result. So, you don't have to do one result, by the way. So normally you'd probably do, like, if you had a large embedding, you might want to return the top 10 and stuff like that. Or you can go by a certain number of texts. So the prompt, like GPT-3 has like a 3,000 word limit. So you might want to do like as many prompts, as many answers as you can fit in like 2,000 words, for example. And then you've still got like 1,000 words left to write the rest of the prompt. As another way to do it. And then a random result. So with a random result, because the AI can be a bit repetitive, you don't want it to give every user the same answer sometimes. So you might want to do, if you were doing like a poem generator and you've got a sample of 20 of your poems or someone's poems, you might want to choose one at random, or choose 3 at random, or whatever, to give to the AI as an example, and that way the output's going to be more random. Another way you can do it as well is you could put questions in here, so it doesn't have to be stuff that's included in the prompt. It can be stuff that's included in another question. So I could say, question, what do you think of, and then put it into the question instead. So you can kind of use it as a tool to decide on the next question to ask the user, if you like. And when that shows to the user, it'll basically say, what do you think of carrots, lettuce and tomatoes? And then multiple choice. Yes, please. No way. Then they can choose whether they like that or not, and then you have to decide what to do next after that. So yeah, there's another way you can use it. So yeah, that's it. And then if you input it as a spreadsheet, obviously a spreadsheet will have 1 column or 2 columns. So if it's 1 column, then it's just going to be the same as a single one. If it's 2 columns, then it's going to take the first column as the search key, and the second column as the answer to the search key. So yeah, that's it. I hope that makes sense. That's how you use the embeddings to add more to your tools. A good tool will always have examples in there to kind of guide the AI, instead of just leaving the AI to figure it out itself. So if you're making a tool, it's something that you know a lot about, you should hopefully have some examples that you'll want to put into the AI to guide it. That will make a tool unique and hopefully better quality as well. Yeah, hope you find that useful.